is January 28th. It's 5 in the morning. I've been sitting here at my computer since 2, and I'm working on getting the, let me turn the YouTube off.
Check your mail for me.
I have been, I can also turn the heater off. Working on getting the details of the One Fabric Bishop, the whole Bishop revolution on the internet, on my website, and that's, in my mind, one of the last pieces before I'm going to start mailing people. And I think I need to also get like a little printed portfolio and some side bits that I already have the words and pictures of. I just need to take them from my website and put them in a document so I can print them off, so that's not whatever. And then it's like the project exposure is actually going to be in motion. I'm going to be doing a content. Gosh, I'm sitting here with my stomach is in knots. My SIBO has been flaring up, and then I had a contrast CT 2 days ago, which really, I need some chapstick, which really didn't do. Just sitting here with all the feelings, and it's in real time, and you can sit with it, and you can be your own person, and you can talk yourself through it, and you can, not everything has to be like butterflies and rainbows and sparkles for you to, like, you don't, I mean, I guess, like, I'm not trying to discourage, like, counseling and talk bad about it, but at the same time, I feel like there's a lot more strength within everybody than, as a society, we're like, oh, take your breaks and, balance and don't take on too much. And there's some merit in that. Don't get me wrong. There's some merit in not taking on too much too soon. My runner's knee, for example. But I also think there's some merits in just sticking with it. And yes, you can talk yourself through it. And no, just because something happens doesn't mean you need to spend the next however long on the telephone, telling everyone about it and getting all their condolences, and like, just sit with it, figure it out, move on. Like, we all don't need to go and talk about all of our feelings. Like, you can work through your own feelings. At any rate. So it's it feels like our turning point. It feels like a turning point for so many things. We've reached the end of babyhood. I spent the majority of the day yesterday at home, and it was just like, it was so easy. Everly is 2.5, and they're so easy. And I'm grateful that they're healthy and all of that, and that we have a home that's set up. And there's, I'm grateful for the deck of cards that we now have. But we're at the pivotal point. It's like we're at the end of babyhood. Charlie's off on his own with whatever, which is a relief, such a relief. I didn't enter into a marriage with him thinking that we would ever get here. Like, this was never the goal, But at the same time, it's like, well, the goal was never to make all these moves and to put me in a corner and to stifle my dreams in the pursuit of your dream. And that was never the goal. Like, if I need to be benched for a little while you pursue your dream, like, okay. But at some point, like, I need to get up and play. I want to get up and play. Like, I was never wanting to be on the bench for however long. And also, it feels like a pivotal point because I've grown. Like, I've always wanted to, the more you do, the more you can do, and the more, when you know better, do better. I've always followed those mentalities, and it feels like he's still living in his college stuff. Like, he doesn't clean the bottom of the sink, he only makes his bed because I've said so much about it. But does he fluff the pillows up and make those look? No, he just pulls his sheet back. And, And, like, it seems like really minor things, but that's where it is. If you're the sort of person that always puts your best foot forward and you always strive to be better, Then you rinse out the bottom of the sink. You rinse out the coffee pot. It's all of it. It's all of it. It trickles into everything that you do in life. So you want to make your bed. You want your space to be clean. You want this. It's a reflection on you, but it also, in the cleanliness, it allows you to do your things, because how are you supposed to create or do or manage anything in a dirty space? It's so many things, and it feels like so many things that I didn't realize before I got married. And had I had realized these things, I for sure wouldn't have married him. I don't know if I would have gotten married in general. I remember having these feelings in college. First of all, never wanted to go to college, but we all know that. But I remember having these feelings in college, like, I don't want to get married. I don't want to have kids. And then I remember seeing him. I remember it wasn't the first time that we technically met, but it was like the first time we talked. We were right outside the door of the SWE office, and I remember just seeing this like little spark in his eye, like he had something to him, you know. And then of course we started talking and dating and all that sort of stuff. And I don't know if I kept seeing that sparkle because like that fire, because I wanted to see it. Nobody ever sat me down and talked to me about these things, you know. Why would you sit your kid down and talk to you about life stuff? That's just silly. But like, I remember continuing to see that. I don't know if it's like I wanted to still see that, or I don't know. I don't know if he kept it up because he wanted to be with me, and then over the years of being married, he slacked it off because, you know, I mean, frankly, he allowed himself, like in the pandemic, he allowed himself to get to 300 pounds. And I remember being really unhappy that I still had 20 to 30 pounds of baby weight on me. And I was still within like the, you know, BMI quote healthy range, but I was not thrilled. I mean, I wasn't thrilled aesthetically, but I wasn't thrilled to move around in my body. Like, I just felt like a beach whale, and I was like, this is not how things should be. And it wasn't until like I came out in the middle of the pandemic, like I was under, you know, newborn Daisy, building the e-commerce business thanks to the pandemic, and he was quote doing all the house stuff, and it was like, well, you might be putting food together, but I don't want hot dogs. I'm tired of frozen burritos. Like, no. And I remember coming out to him and being like, I'm tired. And I said that, I'm tired of eating hot dogs. And that's when he downloaded a whatever meal plan app and he learned to cook. And it, you know, and he says these things, well, you always just cooked. You always just did the chores. You always just, so then it was piled on me. I'm like, okay, so you were mid-30s not knowing how to keep up with laundry and how to just put basic meals together. That's not on me. That's your lack of growth. That's your lack of, you know, I'm not talking about the art of cooking. That's a whole nother realm. It can be an absolute art. That's not, I'm talking about putting together basic healthy meals and wanting to do this because it's a reflection on you. And when you're healthy, you can do more. And it's are you about the growth or are you not about the growth? You know, and there's no neutral in that. So had I known all of that, for sure I wouldn't have married him. I don't know if I would have gotten married because there were aspects of marriage early on that it was nice to have somebody to talk to. It was nice to, you know, do things with that person. But me being benched so much has made me who I am today. And had I not been benched so much, I could see myself being married to the same person forever if they were a person of growth, because then we would grow. You know, if we're of healthy growth, then we're growing together. We're growing, and we don't need to do all the same activities, but we're of healthy growth. You know, the kitchen sink is always wiped out. Like, it's always clean. Like, you either get that or you don't. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's something that can be acquired. I don't know. But it's a moment right here. It's a moment before I'm going to be just hitting the pavement, so to speak, sending out all these things. And it feels like that's the missing puzzle piece. Like, I have the years behind me. I have the reps. I have going through all the challenges. Not all the, but I have going through challenges. I have, you know, we're here. I've got, in that back room, I've got thousands, sorry, that's the bathroom. In that back room, I have I have thousands upon thousands of hours spread over hundreds of garments. And so it's not me tooting my own horn. I've never been somebody to toot my own horn. It's simply me just wanting to spread the light, wanting to grow. Yes, there's growth with monetary stuff in there. I've got other dreams, and those dreams, they've got a price tag on them, and I don't have the funds for that just yet. It's not at all, dreaming about the McMansion. That's not what my dream is, but dreams of travel and of, just a New York apartment, nothing special, just something I can see New York in, or even Savannah. I've been dreaming lately about having a place in Savannah that way I can go there for the winter times. It's just branching out, and I just wanted to kind of put these thoughts and feelings somewhere. So there we go.